Good morning. Oh, just put a bit of lippy on. Pink doesn't really go with orange, but who's bothered? There you go. Right, then anybody on? Anybody coming on? Have I gone live? I don't even know if I'm 100% live. Oh, I must be, because Mandy's gone and got a gold on Facebook. Lovely. Sunshine Sober. Hello. You've got a little gold medal on Instagram. How is everybody? Let's just see if anybody's coming on Facebook. Hi, Jane. Oh, Mercury retrograde finest last night. People have been going on about that, haven't they, Jane? That's a silver for you. How is everybody? Please do share. I'm going to talk about last night anyway, briefly, and the weird feelings I had about it. I've been quite surprised, I'll be honest. Hi, Joanne. How are you? Joanne, you've gone and got yourself a bronze medal. People who ask, how do you get medals? It's just a bit of daft northern fun. It's the first 3 people to comment when they come on. And literally some people take it so seriously, especially in my tribe, honestly. It's like a fight for it on a Monday and a Thursday. Hi, neat. How are you? Oh, do you know what? This is the thing about Instagram. You have no idea who's who. Believer in the universe. I knew I liked you, Neat, with a name like that, because I'm into all things like that. I got into it about 7 years ago and we're going through all our crap, and it literally saved my life. It really did. So lovely to see you, Neat. Now I know you on there. I can look out for you. Neat's a lovely lady I've just met in Andy Ramage's group that we've done the Arete Way. So lovely to see you. Yeah, what's happening to Facebook? Let me have a look. Facebook's been a bit weird. So, right, let's have a look. Right, I'm going to crack on anyway. I don't know what's happening with Facebook, because usually there's loads of comments, and there's literally about 7, which is highly unusual. So I don't know if that retrograde malarkey is still having an influence. So I will just crack on then. Right then, so last night, the outage of Facebook. Please do share it if you're so inclined. Last night, the outage on Facebook. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I get it, Jane. It's just odd, isn't it? Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. And I try and not be on the phone at night. But inadvertently, sometimes you are inadvertent, like I have no control of it. I mean, it's a bloody nonsense, isn't it? And because my online business is online, majority of it, obviously we used to do physical health and fitness retreats, but they were all cancelled over lockdown. We've not prepared any for next year. So at the moment, it's all online. And I have a private monthly membership, as a lot of you know, called The Tribe, and that's my main focus. And obviously, I love my Get Over Yourself page on Facebook, and I sort of faff about on Instagram. I've joined you on that lives now to my Facebook page, but it is something I do want to improve on Instagram. But I'm quite shy on Instagram, believe it or not. I don't tend to comment on people's stuff and reach out, whereas on Facebook, I don't do that anyway. I just focus on my own stuff, the own people in the community. And so I think that's why I'm just a bit more comfortable on Facebook. But I try not. One thing I've been very aware of as the online business has grown massively is you're just on it all the time. And that's nobody else's fault but mine. I mean, whether you've got an online business or not, you might be on it all the time. Even if you'd have a solicitor's practice, or you work in Tesco, or you're a school teacher, stuff that doesn't require to be online as much, obviously different in lockdown, but talking in normal circumstances, but you might still be quite addicted to social media or WhatsApp or whatever it is your thing. Our phones, you only have to go on a train, don't you, and see the difference now, or be waiting at a train station, see everybody on the phones, waiting in the queues at Tesco, everybody's on the phones. Nobody allows themselves to get bored anymore, because that's when you have your best ideas and your best insights and your best moments of gratitude, is when you're just little bit bored. That study that was done in a lift, it's incredible. Honestly, I can't really remember the details, but I remember enough to be really impacted by it. they did this study in a lift, and people going from the bottom floor to the top floor, and the journey took about 7 seconds in a lift. And 85% of people went into the lift and went on the phone, even though they only knew they were going to be in the lift for about 8 seconds. They still could not stand there and go, morning, or just think, oh, I wonder what she's going to be wearing today. Oh, I wonder if Jackie's bought any cake and it's her birthday. Oh, I must go and do that at lunchtime. Oh, do you know what? I really enjoyed that film last night. Do you know what? Simon's doing my frigging head in. Oh, do you know what? I love Simon so much. When do we ever give ourselves those little moments of bliss, or those little moments of thought or contemplation or just sheer boredom? When do we do that? So, and honestly, was it 85% of people got the phone out, even though, and just literally, what do you do in 8 seconds? Doesn't matter, you go in and look at a comment and that's it. And last night has really, really highlighted something to me, and I'm really quite surprised at it. It's just, what it's done is, I thought I had it a bit under control, if I'm honest, because I try not to go on my phone in the evenings. I hate that word. I try like I've got a big giant troll telling me, you know, that I must go on it. So quite often I'll leave my phone in my desk here and I'll go downstairs, but quite often also I'll sit with it on the sofa if we do watch telly. We don't watch telly a lot of the nights. But, you know, I might be doing stuff. I'll have my phone, mate. I'll take it drumming and I'll check it in the car. You know, I might have it, say, if we do watch Silent Witness last night, and have my phone next to me, and you just check, you know, you check it, don't you? Or you get a notification up and you think, oh, that's going on in the tribe. Somebody's posted, but I have actually turned all my notifications off just to help, so I can control when I go on my phone. And I think I've got it a bit all right. I try not to go on my phone on a Sunday. Again, that stupid word. I try not to go on my phone on Sunday. You know, exactly, Nikki, enjoying the silence. I couldn't agree more. And hello on YouTube, Nikki. Lovely to see you. But yeah, just enjoying the silence. It is so important. But last night, I feel a bit emotional about it, if I'm honest. For the first time, probably ever since I've had Facebook, and certainly over the last few years since my business has grown a lot on Facebook. Back in the day, 7 years ago, and I just used to run retreats at my local gym, and I just used to have a Facebook page, you know, with about 1,000 people on it. But before I started doing all stuff like this, last night, knowing that the world wasn't on it, and it wasn't just me not on it, and obviously not other people, I cannot believe how much I relaxed. I felt it was utter bliss. I could feel my whole body going, it's not working. And instead of panicking because I've got an online business, oh my God, what am I going to do? What will they be doing in the tribe? They won't be able to get onto the Facebook group. They won't be able to do that. I'm sorry, but I never did that at all, because I knew it'd eventually come back on, obviously. So literally, I just thought, do you know, I've re-experienced my feeling then. I could feel, it makes me emotional. I could feel my whole self just, there's nothing I can do about it. So we're having the kitchen ripped out. Let me just shut this door because I can hear the noise. There was absolutely nothing I could do about it. Nothing. And it was a bit like lockdown, knowing people were in the sales in the shops. And I liked that. Nobody was doing it. So there was no FOMO, no fear of missing out at all. No fear of, I should be doing this, or fear of, oh, I should be doing that, or fear of, oh, I wonder if they posted that, should I go in and check, or should I leave it till tomorrow? Well, I don't really want to be working at 10 o'clock at night, so I'm going to leave it till tomorrow. But now, oh God, that means I'll have that to do tomorrow. And then it's just stacking up before I even start my day. Stress, anxiety. No, Sally, I'm trying to manage it, so don't get stressed about it. Last night, there was none of that. Absolutely none of it. Just for 5 hours. Literally, I came home, I didn't even realise it was off for a bit. And it was when I came back and I just I said, I had an acupuncture. So I hadn't realised when it had gone off. And when I came back, we thought it was just our Wi-Fi. Because outside, I don't tend to go on other stuff. I'm just on the, excuse me, I'm burping, just on the social media. So Simon came in and he was trying to get on. He says, our Wi-Fi's down, which it does occasionally. So for the first half hour, and I didn't think anything of it. I just thought our Wi-Fi was down. But then I was trying to get on with my 4G and I thought, I can't get on. I said, there must be something wrong with my phone, and then I spotted, and then she said there's something wrong with her. So I thought, and that's when we realised it's a Facebook problem. And my little thing was, oh my God, what am I going to do? But then I thought, there's nothing I can do. Literally nothing I can do, and stock one. Yeah, I wonder how we keep that feeling, stop being a slave to it, or stock. I don't know who you are on Instagram. I'm going to research myself. I'm going to do it myself because I want more of that feeling. And I want more of it. I do. And I'm going to do it. So literally as it went on, every time I looked at it and realised it's not on, I just felt more and more relaxed. And we sat and watched Silent Witness. And I sat and watched it just with total peace and calm. And I hadn't realised, I always thought I was a bit, when I'm right, I'm not on my phone tonight, right, I'm switching off, 6 o'clock, I'm switching off. So I've been on it since 6 o'clock this morning. I'm switching off and I'll leave it. But I still get, I might still get something on my watch, or I might be thinking, oh, I posted that post. I wonder how it's been received in the tribe. And I wonder how many people are going to the Zoom call tomorrow night, or which is tonight. I best just check. I best just check. I best just do this. I best just take a look. In fact, there's a whole new 200 new people join the membership. I best just check to see if any more have introduced themselves before tomorrow. I'll do it just before I go to sleep. Then tomorrow I can start afresh. I often do that at 10 o'clock at night. And it's got to stop, because last night has made me realise that if I train my brain to believe, because what difference does it matter to that person where either I do it at 10 o'clock at night or I do it at 9 o'clock the next morning? It makes no difference. All it does is impinge into what you should still have of a life without sort of social media connection. Does that make sense? I mean, I think social media is incredible. I think it gets a lot of bad press from a lot of people, but I think it's just because people don't use it correctly. There's nothing worse when you're on your phone scrolling through inane shit, looking at Jackie's friends who are on holiday you don't even know, and comparing your back fat to somebody else's size 12, age 29 years old body. And you just think, oh, I remember when I looked like that. And actually, where's that? I'm sure that dress is from Next. But do you know what? It's 4 years ago, that dress, because I've got it. Yeah. And, and look at them. They've come home and look at the lovely, I love the big garden. And you're doing all that stuff and you just feel like, oh, what am I doing? You do it for half an hour. And you think, what could you have been doing in that half an hour? But then other times, social media is incredible. Like when I joined 1 Year No Beer, and I spent all my time in there, and it was so helpful to me. And hopefully that's how people use my membership, the tribe. That's when it's not sort of social media, but it becomes a real hub of support. If you can find little niches on social media that you get so much joy and warmth from and support, then fill your boots, keep doing it. But the minute you start becoming a slave to it, which we all do, but what last night taught me is that it is absolutely up to me and nobody else. But what I loved last night is that nobody else was on it. Nobody else could do anything. The people in my membership couldn't go on it. The people, I felt so sorry for the people who were starting challenges yesterday, and they'd done all this promotion to start it, and then Facebook shuts its doors for the evening. And that is a real shame, but shit happens, doesn't it? And it's not the end of the world. Last night, the world never ended. So my promise to myself, and I'd love you to do the same, is to give yourself more gifts like last night. We could have it every night, couldn't we? And I know it's probably never going to be in a state where, it's never going to be in a state where what I loved is that nobody was on it. So I didn't feel any stress. But I realised that stress is my own self-creation. And it's something I'm really going to work on. And I'm not going to be around less. Don't get me wrong. I'll still be doing this and I love it. But when I'm not at work, when I'm not on social media, 8% of my brain still is. And that's what I'm going to work on. 8%, even though I'm physically off my phone, even though I'm physically on a Sunday, I don't tend to do Insta stories on a Sunday. I don't tend to, I don't go in my membership from a Saturday afternoon, the tribe from a Saturday late morning. And I'm going to try and stop that even on a Saturday morning, just to take those 2 days off and to have a life away from online connection, because then that'll make me better in the week. Yeah, I love that, Nikki. Comparison is the thief of joy. It's a title in one of the chapters in my book, is Comparison is the thief of joy. It's wonderful. I might have a look at the Bright Path meditation. I do love a bit of meditation. I do a lot of transcendental meditation. It teaches you to enjoy what it is and realise you are. Let me have a look. So I'm just going to make a note of the Bright Path meditation. Let me just make a note of that. Anybody else, if they want to, do. That's how you learn, isn't it? I've written that down. I won't be able to read it later. It teaches you to enjoy what is and realise you are in pain until you let go. And do you know what? Last night, I think that was a realisation for me, a realisation that even though I'm not on the phone, my head still is on the phone, even though I'm physically not on it. And so what I'd started doing is meditating in the morning before I start work, and then meditating about 6 o'clock after work and before I have my tea. And I've let that go the last couple of weeks just because I've been so busy, but it's no excuse. I'm going to get back to it, just to get back to that sort of stuff. So give it a go. How did you feel about last night? Sylvia, I went to my brother's house for a meal. We talked. It was lovely. No phone. It was beautiful. And some people didn't notice, which is great. On some days I wouldn't have noticed, but I do because my business. But do you know what I did? I still worried about my membership. I still worried about the tribe. I'm thinking there's a load of new people who've just joined and, they won't be able to get on them. So I sent them an email. Hiya. I said, we're still here. And I sent them a guided meditation. But then I thought, why have I just sent that to the tribe? So then I sent another email to the whole of my email list. And I sent them one of my favourite all-time YouTube videos. And I sent it to the whole of my email list yesterday about lives from centenarians, I can never say that word, from 100-year-old people who've passed 100. There's about 4 old people doing this montage, about a 13-minute video about their life and how grateful and how they remain positive. And they've been through wars, they've lost children, when they were young, and they're still so positive. And it's just the most incredible video. I'll share it, actually. I'll share it on Get Over Yourself after this. I'll share it, and it's just wonderful. And it's really given me a huge insight last night, and I'm very grateful to whether it's Mercury in retrograde, whether it's the universe, whether it's just one of those things. But I'm really grateful that it happened 5-6 hours without the world being on Facebook, Instagram and social media and WhatsApp. 5 hours of teenage girls not to be able to compare themselves. 5 blissful hours without you feeling like you ought to be doing this, you ought to be doing that, or you should be responding to her or him. Oh, Christina, make sure you watch it. It's just incredible. Look at that. Brenda went for an open water swim with a couple of friends. How heavenly. Oh, Marie, thank you. The email was lovely. I know, Marie, I just thought, it was weird. I thought, bloody hell, Sally, just switch off from work. But I don't know. I just felt the need. It was a bit, I went into lockdown, Marie, and it was all a bit panicky. And I went into the tribe, didn't I? And just going, it's all right. I don't know. I felt the need. I came over all maternal. So, Mandy, it gave the awareness of just how much time we can put to better use, still stay connected, but not ruled by it. It's an in and out gift. mandate, and that's going to be my thing. Of course, I'm not saying don't go on social media, don't do it, but we genuinely are ruled by it. And we've allowed ourselves to be ruled by it. And last night was a massive, massive wake-up call for me, that I don't want to feel guilt when I'm not online. I don't want to feel guilt when I'm not in the tribe. And I know my monthly membership, I mean, this isn't a sales pitch because it's not even open till next April, but I think I don't feel the same guilt on Get Over Yourself because you don't pay for it. This is free. So I still go on plenty, but if I don't get on, I don't get on, that's fine. But with the tribe, because people pay £29 a month for it, I'm in it, and I'm in it a lot more than a lot of other people in their memberships by a long way. In fact, too much. But I am in it every day, and I've not, because we've had stuff to do with the kitchen this morning, and I've caught up on my emails. And the thing is, me sending that email last night, I woke up to about 70 emails this morning. I've responded to a few, and then again, I've just had to say, Sally, you cannot respond to them all. And so I've just had to acknowledge in my head, thank you, as I've deleted them. Because if I was responding to them all, I wouldn't be able to do this video. And that's something I have to work on, letting go of that guilt, of that almost desperation to respond to everything. Because I try my very best to respond to everything on this page. You'll notice I got banned 2 days ago from Facebook for a few hours because I did one of these videos. Then I went into my membership and I liked and responded to every comment. And I've got to accept that I can't do it. But I find that really, really difficult because I like people to feel acknowledged. I like people to feel heard. I like people to know that I've seen that, because I appreciate every comment, especially if you're on catch up. If somebody's watched an hour-long video on catch up and then taken the trouble to comment, I will go back and do those. I always do. And I probably always will if I can. But like these, for instance, I don't see every single comment. So then I feel the need to go in and like all of them. So then I catch every single one. But I'm going to have to start letting that go, because I'll do it later now. I think I'll go in and I'll do it there and then. And for what purpose? Yes, it makes you feel heard, but at what detriment to sanity somehow? It's a really weird thing. Nicola, I don't know which you're referring to. Can I say that last bit again, please? I've just joined and missed what I was on about. I'm not sure which bit you mean. So if you tell me, I'll know. It's the perfectionist in me. It probably is Marie, really. But yeah, it truly is. I love the email too. Still felt like we were all together. I did. And I think that's why I did it. And yeah, and I like the fact that Lovey did that beautiful meditation last night from Manjula. So Vanessa, my WhatsApp is my instant connection. So much going on all the time. That's what I check for constantly. Really missed it. I guess though, that if there was an urgent problem, they'd ring me, must try harder. I mean, it's such a good point. Let's have a look. So I put the wrong comment up there. So I really missed it. So she checks her WhatsApp constantly. They'd ring if there was an urgent, but that is obviously just become a habit with you. And how did it feel last night? How about working on just for an hour every night, putting your phone in a drawer and not checking it? Because it means we're never present. If we're constantly checking, you know, you have it next to you and you just like that and you just keep doing that, or you're waiting for that notification. You're always in waiting mode. People would ring. People would get hold of you. And I just think it's something, I can't tell you lot what to do, obviously, because these are deeply, deeply ingrained habits. But oh my God, last night, I literally wanted to do a happy dance. I know it sounds awful, because I'm surprised at how glorious it made me feel. I think for the first time in years, I truly just felt relaxed. Oh, there's nothing I can do. Now I've sent an email, and we were still, ironically, I was still working, because we sent an email, we have to put it on Active Campaign. I wrote it, I had to put it in the box, I had to get the link for the video, do that, put it in a box, send it off, and then I did another one for my email list. So I still worked, but then once that was done, I literally went and got my pajamas on, and me and Simon laid on the sofa, spooning, nothing else, watching Silent Witness. And I didn't go to bed. I wanted to stay up and make the most of it. I didn't go to bed till after midnight because I just wanted to be awake for that calm and the no FOMO, not I should be doing. And do you know then what happened? Right, I'm just being honest. It's all I ever can be. I'm just being honest. And this shows how badly it has become a habit, an addictive habit. When I got into bed at 12:15, I checked my phone. Oh, it's back on. Literally, I just went, oh, it's back on. And don't get me wrong, I love you lot. I wouldn't want to be without you. But I was disappointed because I know the control was then back on me to control it. I couldn't control it because Facebook in the whole world was down. Bring it on more. Why don't we have Facebook free days? Which I know is ridiculous because just because it suits me sometime, it isn't going to suit Margaret over in Massachusetts. Are there people called Margaret in America? I'm sure there is, But I just think, it's really hard to explain, but that's what I was going to say. When I got into bed, I was setting my alarm on my phone. And I thought it's back on. Got into bed, and I try not to do this because I leave my phone out of the room a lot of the time now, but not all the time. Sometimes I just fail miserably. And I was on the phone for 40 minutes, literally till about 1:55. What was I doing? Just scrolling on Instagram. What the fuck? Scrolling on Instagram. Did that short 5 hours and that beautiful, relaxed shoulders, peaceful, free feeling, not teach me anything. Scrolled on Instagram till 1 a.m. I have work to do and I'm absolutely going to do it because I don't want to live a life feeling the need. What was I checking Instagram for? I don't even follow that many people. Yeah, Nicola, lucky you didn't notice. And so occasionally in an evening, I'll be happy to say I wouldn't have noticed because when I'm doing what I say I'm going to do and my phone stays in the office at 6:00 and I switch it off, I wouldn't have noticed. And I'm happy to say that I would achieve that sometimes, but I want to achieve it more. And it's difficult for me, Nicola. It's all well and good saying digital detox, but when you run your business on Facebook, especially, you just can't do it. I mean, we are scheduled to have a week off at the end of October, and that's the only time. And we've done it twice this year, did it once last year, because we never used to do it. In 5 years, we've never had a week off, ever. Even when we've gone away on holiday, I've still been, I'll just do a post. I'll just do my live video. It doesn't matter because it's only on a Monday and a Thursday, so I'll still do it. But you're never switching off. Last night, I truly switched off and I'm going to do it more. I am going to do it more. Without you noticing. That's my point. I'm not going to go AWOL. I'm going to do it without you noticing. I'll do it in the evening. If I was working with you all day, we're at a conference and all day from 6 a.m. till 6 p.m, you wouldn't think bad of me for going home to see my family, having some tea, watching a bit of Silent Witness and going to bed. You won't think bad of me at all. So why do I feel that you do? I don't think that, but why do I act as if you do? Can you see the big difference? I act as if you feel bad of me because I'm not on it all the time. I've not been in the tribe yet this morning. I'm going to go in, see if there's any more introductions, do the whole Move More post, flick through the posts and see if there's anything that needs dealing with. And then I've done that and I'll do it again later this afternoon because that's how I tend to do it. So let's have a look. What's so Jane, I totally agree, the mindless scrolling. However, last night I printed my progress sheets off from the tribe, put them in my new tribe folder. I love it. Really need to try hard at digital switch off. So Jane, what advice I'd give to you, and I know Jane's in the membership, but say if you're in a stop smoking group, for instance, or a stop drinking group, or you're in a group that's a support, that can be a support, don't lump that into the stop scrolling thing, because that can be extremely useful. So set a timer. I've not got it on me. Set a timer where you just think, right, I'm going to do 20 minutes, and go into the group that serves you at the time and do it. And yes, let's stop the mindless scrolling. Yeah, you can set your iPad or to go off at. I might have a look at that, Nicola, then. But yes, I'm definitely going to do it. So definitely hard, she says, that says Angela on Instagram, if you need it for business. I don't find it easy switching off, but living with a husband who hates social media with a passion makes it easier for a quiet life. Well, that's a great reason you've got to do it then there, which is brilliant. So is it half an hour I've been on already? So my commitment then is I want to stop. Oh, I don't know. Because like I see all these comments and I've acknowledged a lot of them, but some of them have been talking, obviously I haven't seen. Now, the majority of people who do a live video never go back in and do the comments. They just don't. It's something I've always had a thing with. I always do. Even when I was doing the free 500 and getting 600-700 comments, I would literally sit and I'd have to do it in hour-long stints. And I wouldn't do any other work. I'd just do my comments because I'd love to know that, you know, Julie from Dagenham, who's not done fitness for ages, has gone and done day one of the free 500 challenge. And if she says, oh my God, that was hard, but I did it, I'm so chuffed, I want to bloody give Julie a high five. I want Julie to know that I've seen her efforts. It is so important to me. But at one point, I'm going to have to let that go. And even now, talking about it, I get angsty thinking about it. And that's probably why I sent those 2 emails last night, because I don't know. I just felt the real need to do it. It's the same need as needing to like your comments. It's bizarre. I don't know what that's all about. But what I don't need to do is be continually checking my phone at night. On a Saturday, for instance, when I've been out on a walk, I'll go in a minute. When I've been out on a walk with Edwina, I come back and I think, oh, right, I'll just go in the tribe for one last time. I'll just look at the comments from Edwina's video. And then I'll just go back in the tribe for one last time. Then I've less to do on a Monday, and then I'll switch off. Why am I keep going back into the tribe on a Saturday, and it can get up to a lunchtime? Yes, Julie, who's just joined, might have got a like on a comment, but let's look at it on the grand scheme of things. And I want you to do this and I want you to put my example into your life. What difference does that make to Julie that she might get a notification that she may or may not see, to say Sally Wilkinson's liked your comment when you said hello to her on the video this morning? She'll get a comment. Yeah, she might, oh yeah, that's nice, Sally's liked it. But I'm not just doing it to Julie. I'm doing it to possibly 200 other people, which might take me half an hour or 40 minutes. And certainly when the children were at home, I remember one day saying to myself, Sally, what are you doing? It's a Saturday, we're wanting to go out, and you're here placating, in my mind, all these people, when really you're not. Yeah, I'm just doing it for my own sort of need to try and clear the decks, where the fact is the decks are never bloody clear. They're never going to be clear in social media. So this is my work to do. So can you relate to that, especially if you work for yourself on your business? Can you relate, always feeling the need to do it? Well, we need to stop. Let's just, Karen does it before she goes to bed. Why? We need to stop it. I tried to leave my phone off about half an hour, switched off. So we don't need to do it before we go to bed. Yeah, exactly, Nicola. I'm a lot better at not scrolling, I must admit, although last night on Instagram I was pathetic. It's bullshit guilty thinking because you are dead caring boundaries as you'll burn out due to overthinking. You're worth your time yourself. Nicola, I totally get that. And I really do. It is because I know I do genuinely care. I really do. But to what cost? To what cost? So just know that I'll always show up. Just know, and do you know what? I might not come in and do all the comments, but it's not because I don't give a shit. But I am going to take that learning so implicitly, if I know it's not even the right word, from last night, and know that I felt so at peace. And it's only up to me to recreate that yes, tonight I can do the same. And yes, the rest of the world might still be on Facebook, but it doesn't mean to say I have to have it by the side when I'm watching Silent Witness. Well, I'll be on it tonight because I'm doing a Zoom call into my membership. So, yeah, it was a really, really good learning. So that's it today. What can you learn from last night's outage? If you didn't notice it, bloody well done. You're on the right path. And if you did notice it and it made you angsty, then I think there's work to be done. That's all I have to say. All right, actually, I just need a drink. So saying that, I'm going to go in now, go into the tribe, catch up on there. I'll do a few comments on here. If you're on catch up, I will come in and do the comments because I like doing that. For somebody who's taken the time to watch a half-hour video and then comment, I don't feel it because I need to do it because, oh God, I have to do that. I don't. I genuinely, it's something that's high up on the list of my priorities of where I spend my working hours. If somebody has taken the time to like and comment, well, especially when I'm not live, and when you lot, that sounds really rude, doesn't it? Who show up when I'm live, who you're in the middle of your business, and you get a notification, Get Over Yourself is live, and you've stopped what you're doing and you're coming to watch. Hugely appreciate it. But I'm going to learn to start saying thank you to you now and not necessarily come in and do your comments. I'll have a go. But I start and I think, oh, I'll just do them all while I'm here. And then I see one that I haven't seen and I love it. And then you have a bit of banter with somebody. And then so that feeds that part of your brain to think, see, Sally, you need to keep doing the comments. But it's something I'm really going to work on. Just know that I will always give a shit. All right, then, whether you're on Instagram, Facebook or YouTube. All right, then, lots of love. And I might see you tomorrow. I might not. What day is it? Wednesday. Tomorrow I probably will. We'll come on and chat about something. So all I wanted to do today is focus on, or give it some thought. Could you spend a bit more downtime? Allow yourself moments of boredom. All right then. Lots of love. Bye. That's off to look at me with my concentration face. Ending it there. That's ended Instagram and now end Facebook. Lots of love then. See you.